Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, or whatever you're identifying as today, it is I, your CHAMP of the undisputed Hardcore Disruption Championship, Joseph Stones. And this is Movie Madness, guys. And of course, joined with me is my partner in crime, but we never get caught, Garrett Plunkett.
Never get caught.
Never get caught. And joined with us is the co-host with the most, Casey, the essential.
Yeah, for now.
We'll have to figure something.
Until I
And just because,
again.
and we just saw some news, and so Casey and I just have to tell everybody that if Steve Harrington dies, I will destroy many, many things. Okay? Steve Harrington is one of the greatest characters ever created
Best
on
character
screen.
redemption arc
The
ever.
character development for him has
God.
been insane.
The man is an onion of layers.
One of my favorite memes was like, oh, season 1, what's her name? Who's the sister? The one who was in
Nancy?
love with Nancy's too good for Steve. And then season 2, Steve is too good for Nancy.
True.
It's true.
100%.
It's true. I don't want them back together.
I want it to happen. I like
What?
her and Steve together
way
better
better.
than.
I mean, I
what's his
like
name?
it better
John's getting high in California with Argyle or whatever his name
Yeah.
is. Like,
First off, Argyle's awesome.
Argyle's awesome.
Argyle's
yeah.
hilarious.
That number, you can actually call up the pizza
Yeah.
number
Well, I sent
on
you
the
guys
Carney
picture.
Talks.
They
Yeah.
sell those
Yeah.
frozen pizzas. It's awesome. So today, guys, we are hitting you with Best Villain.
Best.
Now, obviously, this
Movie
isn't all the villains and
No.
everything else. Just like everything else, just if you want to see somebody else on the next list that we do of this, if you want to see another genre, hit us up. But we are going to start it off with the Sheriff of Nottingham from the 90s awesome version, so bad it was awesome at times, of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner, and the dearly departed Alan Rickman. Where are you guys going? Him versus Detective Alonzo Harris from Training Day.
So I paired these two together because they're both supposed to be cops,
Okay, I get it.
and they're both awful people.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who's more despicable.
Well,
I feel like
as much as I love Rickman's performance in this movie, like he's the best evil sheriff of Nottingham. All I have to say is King Kong ain't got shit on me. It's Denzel, man. Like
I know,
oh,
but you talk about you talk about one of Denzel's better performances against one of the best two things that Alan Rickman acted.
okay.
And I love Alan Rickman.
Okay, honestly, I just don't want this list to end up with Hans Gruber versus Sheriff of Nottingham. So I'm going Denzel on this, all right?
Fair. That's fair. I'd go Denzel.
Oh, well then I don't even. I think I would have leaned a little more towards the sheriff.
Okay.
Or the sheriff of Rottingham. No.
Wrong movie, Garrett.
Wrong movie. It's Men in Tights.
So now we got Jack Torrance from The Shining, Jack Nicholson's character there, versus Tyler Durden from Fight Club.
All right. So one who just goes crazy with everything that's there, and
one that's crazy.
one that literally doesn't even exist, or does exist, or like
It's that lit song, I Am My Own Worst Enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Tyler Durden we all have a little bit of Tyler in us, I feel like.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what makes him the better villain here.
I think one of the genius parts of that movie was that you don't realize that you don't know what
Unless you read the book.
what his name is throughout the whole movie. Like he's just like the narrator. He's just a guy that's there. And then you realize that his name is Tyler Durden. And he's so lost that you're like, oh my God, like holy
think
crap.
Tyler Durden has literally, I feel like it's inspired a lot
Right.
So I feel like I have to almost go for that.
Like I go Durden on this.
Yeah.
Like as haunting as Jack Nicholson's performance is in that movie.
Yeah, but it's not just him. It's like everything around it like moves through him. You know what I mean? To whereas like Tyler, whether it's whichever character you're looking at is the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's like the regular him versus like, you know, the Brad Pitt version of him, or, you know, or whatever he
Well, I feel
perceives
like
as the regular
I feel
one.
like we're all Brad Pitt in our own mind.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
Tyler's the problem, you know, as to where
And we all
Jack
have-
Torrance is essentially in some ways just another victim.
Yes,
You
and
know what
no,
I mean?
but
Yeah.
he becomes susceptible to that place.
Right.
because
And
he's
yes, and
kind
it
of an
moves
awful
through
guy
him
to
and
begin
yeah.
with.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the villain of that movie isn't really even Jack to an extent. I feel like it's just
That's what I'm saying.
property,
yeah, it's the location.
it's the it was the lookout, the overlook,
Overlook Hotel.
the overlook.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a film though. Oh.
Oh, I know, right?
I like the sequel too.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Doctor Sleep, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dr.
Oh,
Sleep.
awesome movie.
Obi-Wan Kenobi's fantastic in that.
He really is.
Pennywise versus Mike Myers. Pennywise is far more villainous.
I don't think Austin Powers is that bad of a guy.
Wayne's World.
Are we talking about Tim Curry's
Yeah,
Pennywise?
that's the question.
Okay,
here.
so with some of these, I kind of went particular, like with the Joker. Pennywise, I feel like it's not necessarily like Tim Curry's performance or the Skarsgård kid's performance, because essentially they're the same creature, you know, whatever. Where the Joker, you have very vast different versions of it. Where Pennywise is Pennywise, just like Mike Myers is Mike Myers, Jason Voorhees is Jason Voorhees. They've been portrayed by different people, but they're essentially the same menacing character. So I'm putting
Pennywise is way scarier than Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Pennywise is because Mike Myers has a very single-minded like, oh, I'm going to kill my family.
Yeah.
Where
I don't
Pennywise
even
is
know
like,
what's
I
going
am
on with those movies
sucking-
anymore.
I'm sucking the souls of the children of Dairy Maid.
Have you seen the newest Halloween? I don't know what they're going for now. If they're going the paranormal route, that he is some other
Because it essentially
sort of
seemed like they
demonic
wasn't.
being, because he just doesn't die.
But I'm going Pennywise.
Yeah,
Pennywise
I'd go
is
Pennywise for this as well.
far scarier. Just
And then Garrett had to seed them with Sauron versus Voldemort.
what was I supposed to do?
Voldemort. Voldemort gets it, for me at least.
Yeah, like he's
Are you going Voldemort?
100%.
Okay. I mean, I don't, you know.
Sauron
I
is
mean,
more like
Sauron. At least Sauron lost to like a king. Voldemort got beat by.
He's the chosen one.
Voldemort got beat by a mom, and then Neville Longbottom. So
He didn't get beat by Mom. He got beat by the power of love.
yeah, by the mom.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then
Neville's
Neville
dope.
Longbottom.
Neville's dope.
Harry Potter.
You know,
I can't
it
even
was
tell
never
you,
Harry.
I can't even tell you
It was
how
never Harry.
crazy it was. I was at the premiere night for Deathly Hallows Part 2, and just what the scene, it's apparently it wasn't even planned in the movie.
Did you bring extra diapers?
No, I didn't. But we almost got kicked out because all these people in the audience were like super serious about this movie, and me and my dad were there. And the scene where Voldemort hugs Draco is apparently not planned at all. It was all improvised, and me and my dad couldn't hold in our laughter, so we were just dying laughing for like probably 3 minutes straight. And these people were just giving dirty looks, and it's still one of my favorite movie moments.
Yeah, Voldemort 100%, because he's made his whole life in messing with the Potter family.
Oh yeah,
Tom Riddle's a douche.
and he loves it too.
Tom
You
Riddle's
could tell
just
he
a
loves it.
douche.
Who's the actor that plays Voldemort? He's incredible. He's in the James Bond movies, isn't he?
Yes, it is. He's actually a super handsome guy, too.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Thing is Ray Fiennes.
Yes, it is. He's awesome.
Yeah.
So now we have Hannibal Lecter versus John Doe, played by the disgraced Kevin Spacey in Seven.
We're talking about, when we say Hannibal here, we're talking about the movie portrayal, right?
We're talking about the Anthony Hopkins.
Talking about Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
like that portrayal
Yeah.
of Dr. Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
All right.
Like we can even you can take the TV show version, the book version, you can put it all together in your head.
Okay. All right.
And John Doe / Garrett believes he's also Willy Wonka.
No, he's not Willy Wonka. He's Charlie Bucket.
Oh, Charlie Bucket from Willy Wonka.
If,
got a theory.
if you want the whole theory, hit me up. I'll tell you the entire theory.
Make
Makes
a
sense.
video and I'll post it on the TikTok of that. But Hannibal Lecter, like, and as messed up as John Doe is, I mean, who here hasn't want to cut off Gwyneth Paltrow's head?
I mean, even with the head, in the box.
website.
I mean, he didn't.
Nowadays, yeah.
I've gone to the Goop website. It's kind of weird.
It's like, okay, he put a detective's wife's head in a box, but like, did he feed?
Did he?
Did he ever like feed someone to like a bunch of people?
He ate Ray Liotta's brain.
You know what I mean? Did he ever like
R.I.P. Ray.
Right, like that's probably what he might have passed away from.
Did he ever pair somebody with a wine? John Doe.
Yeah,
No,
I feel like
didn't. I think Hannibal's way.
Yeah.
It's like Hannibal could also play like the long game with everything he was doing, and John Doe had a very specific plan.
Yeah.
It's this, and this, and then I'm going to turn you into pride, and you're going to kill me. Like.
So we're in agreement. Hannibal
Boom.
Lecter.
Hannibal, yeah. Hannibal movie.
Hannibal.
In my opinion.
Okay.
Hannibal's way. John Doe's terrifying, but Hannibal's way more menacing. Way more.
And now,
John Doe's not going to feed somebody to me and make me think, it's fine,
So then we have Anton Chigurh.
Anton Chigurh.
Okay. And from No Country for Old Men.
Okay.
He's the dude with the real bad haircut and the air gun that they used to kill cattle.
What's the actor that plays him?
He was also in James Bond.
Yeah, no, he was in. I remember from the movie Mother with Jennifer Lawrence, which was. Do not watch that movie.
Yeah, I've only heard like weird things or bad things.
That movie is incredibly. It's trying to act like it's much bigger than it is.
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem. Wow.
Yes. Oh wow! Look, we're getting.
I'm going Norman Bates.
Oh, 100%.
I'd go Norman Bates. Yeah.
I mean, Norman Bates is Norman Bates, man. I mean, he's a psycho.
I mean, that's the more iconic role here, I feel like.
Ooh, and now we have the robots facing off. HAL 9000 versus the T1000.
T1000.
Now, people.
HAL 9000 is only scary to the people there. Right,
but he's like version 1 Skynet, though.
You know what I mean? Yes, but this is version 1000 Skynet that's liquid metal that you can just pump rounds after rounds into, and he's just going to keep coming at you because they don't damage him.
Like, that movie is probably my favorite sequel of all time. Like,
Terminator 2?
Yeah, that's one of the movies that I can watch over and over and over again. And Robert Patrick's portrayal of a soulless machine is so effing good.
Did you know that he was in such good shape right around then that they had to slow down the vehicle because he was running too fast?
He was crazy.
He trained his run to be so perfect that he was running too fast. He had to slow down.
That's awesome.
That's amazing. That's like Bruce Lee having to slow down the nunchucks. You know what I mean? The awesome
so
level of
T1000
awesome.
it is, guys?
I feel like it's T1000. T1000 is way more scary in my opinion. HAL 9000 is only scary to the people on that station, or on the ship, on the station, like T1000 is on a mission and you're not stopping.
And then this next matchup, I feel like fits absolutely perfect. Like the parallels are amazing. We have the Xenomorphs from the Alien franchise versus Biff Tannen.
It was the odd. It was the odd ones out. It was the odd ones out.
So the Xenomorphs versus Biff Tannen. Now the Xenomorphs, like you really never get a true like. Besides, we are essentially the Brood from the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're just going to impregnate species and just take, like, they're a virus.
Yeah, like the only time you get like the So in the first one, it's like it's them versus the one alien, and then even though there's tons of those one aliens, now there's also like the eggs with the facehuggers, more of them, but then also the queen. So then like you're still getting like a one-on-one type of thing, but at the same time, there's no motive other than survival.
But I
for
also
Xenos.
feel like
No motive.
It
is
it's like
DNA.
It's DNA. Where Biff Tannen's a dick.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
Like
Biff Tannen.
like everything he does on purpose. Like
Biff Tannen is a dick.
that
Even
man
in
deserves to end up in manure.
even
day for
in
rest of his
the
life.
rewritten timeline, where
I'm going Biff Tannen.
where he works.
You know what?
Biff,
I'm happy
for
you're
them.
saying that because I was going Biff Tannen
Biff
as well.
Tannen's a dick.
You know, even in the rewritten timeline where he then works for them, the old man version of him is still a dick.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he realizes all these things are weird, and then uses the time machine, and then uses the DeLorean to,
He's a dick. Biff Tannen wins.
to create what you call it,
An alternate future.
to create Flashpoint.
Pretty much.
and,
Pretty much.
and, yeah.
So next we
So you guys are going. You guys are both going. Biff is a bad guy over the
Biff is
Xenos.
amazing. Biff is amazing.
I mean, I don't know if he's more deadly, but
you got to think.
he's a bigger dick.
How have you ever thought about, hey,
The Xenos also can't use the time
have you ever
machine.
met a xenomorph? No, but I feel like we've all
Actually,
met a
don't
Biff
they use a
Tannen.
time machine in the Prometheus stuff? Isn't there time travel in there?
No,
I watched.
I don't know. Prometheus was not good. Alien Covenant was good.
Wow.
Prometheus was not
Unpopular
good.
opinion.
Very unpopular opinion. Anyways, so Biff it is,
Okay, Biff.
and now we have Darth Vader versus Denzel in Training.
Oh, Darth Vader.
See, I'm gonna lean the other way because you know what? Darth Vader realizes the error in his ways before he perishes. Where Alonzo got gunned down and like he was still trying to do some bad guy shit.
I have a
Like,
question.
Yeah, he left.
I have a question though.
What?
Did Alonzo slaughter younglings?
He didn't. He didn't.
I don't care about redemption.
Vader's done some sick stuff.
He did some sick stuff.
And granted, you guys haven't even seen Obi-Wan yet.
Yeah.
So
And I haven't even
can't
watched
even
Obi-Wan.
say anything.
right.
Vader wins for me at least.
It's Vader.
All right, go Vader.
Vader,
guys.
I mean, at least
I'm not
here.
gonna be mad about it.
At least here. I'm not saying we're not going to put other people over him. I just think him versus Alonzo Harris, it's Vader.
If anything, I think the Emperor should have been on this list.
So what I was trying to do, there's a couple of these franchises where there could have been more than one,
Yeah.
but because we'll have about a million lists.
Vader is the more iconic.
I had to pick between. So now we have Tyler Durden versus the Joker from The Dark Knight. It's the Joker.
The Joker from The Dark Knight.
Heath Ledger's Joker.
It's
Joker.
that Joker.
Yeah.
It's that Joker, definitely.
Because he literally lives to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
Like
he's
chaos.
he's the anarchist.
He doesn't. That's what makes him so scary. I think is that he's not a. He doesn't care to hurt people. He just wants chaos. If
Right.
that makes sense. Whatever is
Right.
going to lead to chaos, he wants it.
Yeah.
So I would probably vote him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have Mr. Frederick Krueger versus Pennywise the Clown.
Okay, so two.
Pennywise.
This is this is tougher than I thought it would be.
Pennywise has a corporeal body
Yes, he's a
for
giant-
them to fight.
He's a spider.
Freddy does not.
Freddy, you have to go to the.
Freddy
You have to
is
bring him in from the
dead
escape.
and exists in your dreams as a fear demon.
But they both ultimately do the same thing. They use your fears
Right.
to get you more scared and then
Who
kill
does
you.
it better?
I feel like Pennywise is more evil just on the sense that whereas Freddy is killing vulnerable people, he is targeting children.
So here's what I'm going to say. You're right that
I have more to say.
Pennywise has a corporal body, but he doesn't use that. That body stays down in the tunnels or whatever. But he's able to, however that works, use his body and be wherever you are. Like he could appear behind you right now and slash you or whatever. Freddy has to wait for you to fall asleep. He has to wait for that perfect time to do it or whatever. Where Pennywise
can get you anywhere.
Pennywise can get you anywhere. But here's the thing: Pennywise also exists as like he is what he is. He loves the smell of fear, and he goes after children because they fear more than adults do.
Right.
You know,
Freddy
and the
goes
only
after
reason
children
he
because
goes
he's
after the adults in there is because he dealt with them as children, so their fear of him might even be greater. But he just loves the smell of fear. It makes people taste better. He does that. Freddy is a child, like rapist / murderer who is dead, who targets them because he's that sadistic. He's that wrong.
Freddy also has.
He's that
his origins
sick.
changed a bit though too.
Right, like you are.
Now it's uncertain whether like the reboot they did. He was innocent or whatever. He never actually did anything to children.
Well, and then if you go to his origins even further,
See, I think
his mother was a nun that was raped by a bunch of crazy men.
right.
Yeah.
See, that's I think they should go off.
You can go more empathy.
The fact
for
where
Freddy
he
than
was
Pennywise.
sick, and then he was killed by the people, the parents of the people that he hurt. Like I like that. I like that. That is my idea of Freddy. Like, and then he comes
I
back
go Pennywise.
to go after them.
I go Pennywise personally,
Pennywise.
even though they're very similar character. I mean, they're both in
It's a good
towns where
matchup.
people don't like. They know that he's there, and they kind of just try not to acknowledge it.
I go Pennywise too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Garrett's
No,
so
I'm still
angry.
Freddy. Freddy's more because you can't. You know what I mean? Like you could maybe even move away from Freddy or move away from Pennywise. You could leave Derry, and maybe get away from that because he's based there.
But you forget about him. Where Freddy, you don't ever forget about him.
That's what I'm saying. If you fall asleep, he's gonna get you. If he's gonna get you, you can't not sleep.
I'm still going Pennywise. I think Pennywise is far more villainous.
Just because
Freddy tells jokes.
Freddy tells jokes, but also like Pennywise, like he bullies you as well. He was calling the one guy fatty fat loser or whatever. He's burying him alive. It's like
Here,
it's
little
crazy.
piggy. Here, little piggy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So then we have Voldemort versus Jason Voorhees.
What are we doing? Where are we going?
Who's more evil?
Voldemort. Jason.
Voldemort is definitely more evil.
Jason almost you kind of feel bad for.
Jason is a force of
Supernatural.
almost consequences, even. You know what I mean?
I'd go Voldemort too. I think he's more.
Jason, yes, he kills people, but it's because one, he was bullied and was killed at a camp because he couldn't swim, and then two, his mother was like, it's implied that she was sort of abusive and
possibly sexually abusive.
yeah. So I feel like Voldemort's just more evil because he was just an evil.
He's definitely more. I feel like he's more evil. Like Jason has always just been used as the character to get away from the character.
Very similar to Mike Myers.
It's like a blank slate of just murder. You know what I mean? Whereas to where Voldemort is like flat out.
There's no vendetta there.
Right.
He's just killing to
bad.
kill.
He's just bad.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So Voldemort wins that. Now this is a hard matchup. Is that Hans Gruber? In
Yeah, it's Hans Gruber.
versus Hannibal Lecter.
It's Hans Gruber. I'm sorry. I know how but as far as the bad guy, like
You don't shake your head. It's Hans Gruber.
He's
the.
I understand. Okay, like. Yes, he'll kill you to get like what he wants. Obviously, he kills Joe Takagi, but like
He pretends he's a terrorist.
he pretends
just to get
he's a
money.
terrorist, but he's actually a thief. And all these
okay
things
with
he
murder.
pretends to stand for, and he's not for any of that. And he's literally just there to
Hannibal
get
Lecter's
money.
Just a cannibal. He's just hungry.
Hannibal the cannibal.
Yeah, I guess you're right there.
He's
He's just hungry.
At least for this one, I'll go with you on it.
It's Hans Gruber.
I don't know if I'm gonna vote for him all the way up though. I don't know.
It's
You
definitely
don't need to.
Hans
We'll do it
Gruber.
for you.
Yeah, and then we got Norman Bates versus Hans Landa. I mean,
Hans Landa.
It's got to be Hans Landa, right?
Yep.
I mean, he's a Nazi for crying out loud.
Norman
and
just loves his mom.
at first, he seems like he might be the reasonable guy to talk to. In the first scene,
Yeah.
you're like,
But he's the most messed up.
but he's the
He's not even
he's
just,
so sadistic.
He's not even just a Nazi. He's like a spineless one where he will give up his own
like he gets off
to
on
get
me
what he
Yeah.
needs.
He gets
Yeah.
off on me.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
he
he's
just happens
just
to
an awful human being.
Yeah, like he just happened, like the Third Reich just came about
Do you know who was
while
originally
he
supposed
needed to
the
be a
Bear
psycho.
Jew?
What?
Do you know who originally was supposed to be the Bear Jew?
Oh,
Adam Sandler.
you're kidding.
That would have been amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm really glad that it was
Eli Roth.
Eli Roth.
Yeah, he's great.
He's so good at it.
But it was originally supposed to be Adam Sandler.
You ever
That'd
see
have
that
been
movie?
great.
Off topic. You ever see that movie with Eli Roth directed it with Keanu Reeves and Ana de Armas' character and her friend are like breaking into his house and they like sleep with him or whatever while his family's gone.
Yes.
Did you know that
Dude,
that's
it's-
Eli Roth's wife? So he had to direct a movie where his wife had a love scene with Keanu Reeves.
That movie's messed
That's
up.
insane. That's insane.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
all that stuff. Wait, who's his wife?
No,
Anna?
the other
other
girl.
one.
The other girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Stuff.
So now we got Thanos versus T-1000. Do we have to talk about it? I mean, Thanos.
Do I just need to snap?
Thanos is like T-1000 will kill you to
But
get to
here's
his
the
mark.
thing, But here's the thing. Thanos, is he really a villain?
Yes.
It-
Yes.
But he feels like he's doing the best.
And
for
he
the
Endgame.
universe.
Endgame
He could have gotten the glove,
Yeah.
right? By any means necessary, could have gotten the glove.
Yeah.
And then said, everyone, there will be enough in the universe for everybybody.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
says,
He went
"I'm
the
inevitable."
pessimist route and said,
She's his ex-wife now.
and then everyone in just wipes out half of the life so that the rest can flourish, whether that's
All right, we're-
Don't forget his line in Endgame where he goes, "At first, I
Yeah.
wanted to help. Now I'm gonna relish this." It's
Yeah.
like, damn,
Yeah, no,
okay.
you're right, yeah,
I'm
all
gonna
right.
enjoy
All
this.
right, we'll go Thanos.
He's bad.
And
He
then
is a
Biff
bad guy.
Tannen versus Agent Smith. From The Witcher.
Biff. I gotta still go Biff.
Agent Smith's just a computer program. Biff is a dick.
Yeah.
Biff is a. I'm gonna make that in a T-shirt. Biff is a dick.
Biff
Biff is a dick, and he's only a good
guys
guy
are still
once
going
he's
Biff?
bullied
Go
into
Biff
it.
Tannen.
But I'm okay. Doesn't I
Biff
guess I
Thanos
didn't-
better watch out. That's all I.
Yeah. Oh boy.
All right, so now we have Darth Vader versus the Joker from The Dark Knight.
Oh God.
Ouch.
Like I
Vader.
originally had, so I originally was gonna go Joker on this,
I go Vader.
but you reminded me of all the dead Padawans.
Not even just that. You got to think
No,
he
but like that, like
he helped out with. He was compliant with the building of the Death Star that just blows up planets and kills everybody.
not just blows up planet, blows up the planet his daughter was raised on.
Yeah, that's insanity.
Vader, it is.
Yeah.
Vader's bad, man.
R.I.P. to Alderaan, everybody on Alderaan. Damn.
R.I.P.
Tough time.
All right, Voldemort versus Pennywise.
Voldemort?
That's how
Vol-
it's spelled, right?
Voldemort versus Pennywise.
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 Yeah, Pennywise. Pennywise.
In this, for me, it's Pennywise over Voldemort. For me, that's way easier for me than
Yeah.
Fred. I still think Freddy, but Pennywise over Voldemort for
Hans Gruber.
But wait,
For
did
sure.
Pennywise kill Cedric Diggory? No, he didn't.
nobody
he
would
didn't.
have.
He would have.
Nobody would have.
He would have
totally
done
would've.
far worse to Cedric Diggory.
He totally would have.
And I can hear what he would say, like in Tim Curry's voice, like "I'm gonna eat you," and your broom too, like
It's tough.
you know.
Tough. Ugh.
Hans Gruber over Hans Landa.
I don't.
no,
okay.
no.
Hold on.
No.
All right. Now listen. Hold on. You know that Die Hard is my favorite.
Draw the
movie,
line.
Okay. But
Landa's a Nazi.
Landa's a Nazi. Okay.
If Hans Gruber was alive during that time, he would have been a Nazi.
Because he was German, and he probably would have been. Or he also could have hated the establishment
He didn't
and
care
ended up
about
being
the
a freedom fighter, which
He
would have been
didn't
really
care-
weird.
He didn't care about the establishment. He just cared about lining in his pockets.
Landa's a
He didn't kill
Nazi,
anybody.
dude. I mean,
You're right, Hans Landa.
You know what? Let's make this canon. Landa's his dad. Let's do that.
Because they have the same first name.
Yeah, Hans Jr.
Hans and Hans.
Hans Jr.
So Mighty Joe Young is my dad.
I guess so.
Yikes!
Might have been.
All right, so Thanos versus Biff.
He might have been. I've seen you without your shirt. No,
Story. Biff's a dick. I'm going Biff over Thanos.
no come on.
Biff's a dick. Thanos at least wanted to help people. Biff just cared about himself.
No, Thanos.
And then he
Thanos.
forced Marty's
I
mom
think-
to marry him.
Listen,
No.
Biff's
Thanos-
a dickhead. Yes, Biff's a dickhead. But Thanos created a genocide.
Genocides come and go. Biff Tannen's forever.
I don't know.
Biff's a
Biff
dick.
Tannen is forever. Biff Tannen is not forever.
He's eternal.
Thanos?
They both time traveled, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Thanos. is
Okay,
my vote, yeah.
we're going with Thanos.
Oh, you guys are wrong.
Okay. Vader
Anyway.
versus it's Pennywise, I think. But
100% Pennywise.
again, he does do the redemption.
No.
He saves his own son.
No, I'm sorry. No, Vader. No.
They both kill kids.
Vader. No. You know, redemption. Sure. Vader is never redeemed. He becomes Anakin again in my eyes. Vader is always a bad guy. Vader is more villain. Like you said,
More villain than Pennywise?
Pennywise. You just get out of Derry. Vader will fly the Death Star.
You can't
your
even go to
planet and blow
Alderaan.
you up. It's
I'm going to go
over.
hide on Alderaan. Yeah, good luck with that.
He's hunting you. If you're a Jedi, he's hunting you down. He will nonstop. Vader is more villainous.
Garrett, where are you going? I'm going Pennywise.
I was going to go Pennywise, but I think he convinced me.
Oh.
He will chase you down and find you. And once you watch the Obi-Wan show, you're going to
Because
agree
now,
with me.
because Biff is gone, Vader's a dick, dude. Vader's a dick.
Vader's a dick.
I'm not spoiling anything here.
From my
Once
point of view, the Jedi are
once you
evil.
watch the Obi-Wan show, you're going to be like, you're going to look at him
Vader's a
in a whole
dick.
new way. He is way more scarier than you think.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Vader moves on then. Vader.
Yeah, I never really thought in the movies he was like that. Bad or menacing.
wait,
You know what I mean?
just
like,
wait.
especially with the way like other movies came out and like how bad other people were, and like I also never thought like I didn't know the big deal with Boba Fett either. So,
Yeah.
So Vader, we're going Vader.
I'm going Vader.
Okay.
I'm
go
Wanda
Vader on
versus Thanos. This I will go Thanos on.
Yeah.
Well, Biff's a dick.
Thanos killed more, technically.
So Thanos
Yeah.
versus Vader, guys. Who's the bigger dick? Who's the bigger dick?
No,
And I don't mean that in a good way.
let's break this down. Vader would blow up a planet of anybody who isn't siding
Thanos
with him.
killed half the universe.
Whereas Thanos was just blindly
Killing half
fate's
the
fate.
He killed his own adopted daughter to get what he wanted.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Although he was gonna kill, he would have killed Luke. I
Thanos-
feel like.
He would have killed.
Thanos would kill
He
anybody.
definitely would have killed Leia.
He tried to kill Leia.
Would he kill Leia?
He
Would Vader
would've- I
kill
don't think
Leia?
he would have killed Luke. He had plenty of opportunities. To
He
kill
wanted Luke to team with him.
Right, and then when Luke said no, he cut off his arm and let him go.
But then you got to also ask yourself, was that like, my arm was cut off and that put me on the right path? So it was almost like a fatherly jump
Thanos.
from the nest.
Thanos.
Thanos I would go with. Thanos is
Thanos.
the ultimate movie villain right now.
Look at
Until,
that.
until Thor comes out. And then Gore apparently is more villainous.
So Garrett, I'd like you to write in there. Thanos is the biggest dick.
Thanos is a dick. Well, he is. I mean, he is a dick. Thanos.
Thanos.
Wow. I didn't think I'd see that, but
I wanna. Just
It's hard to not look at like all of the murder.
like, dude. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Literally.
The body count here is just astronomical.
Yeah.
Except I think Biff's the only one who didn't kill anybody. Actually,
Yeah.
No. He killed George McFly.
okay.
In the alternate timeline,
Yeah.
he
No, it's
killed
true.
George McFly.
And he also
And he tried to kill.
he did try. He was going to rape somebody.
Yes.
He was.
Oh yeah, that makes him way worse than Xenomorphs.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Agent Smith never raped anybody.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing: if Biff
Thanos
impregnated somebody, that someone's stomach wasn't going to explode either.
Thanos never raped anybody.
We don't know that.
I believe that. We don't even know if Thanos is genitalia.
Yeah. His chin
right.
kind of looks like balls, but
All right,
Oh, boy.
so if you want to get #Thanos is a dick tattooed on you,
Yeah.
where would you go, Garrett?
You go to Rockin' Horse Tattoo, you go see Josh. Josh would love to do a tattoo like that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
The more messed up, I think the more Josh would enjoy it.
And if you want to get our future Biff is a Dick t-shirt, Casey, where would you go?
Seasonal sports.
And who would you contact there? Fred Marriott.
Fred?
Fred Marriott. I don't think you've met Fred yet.
I've never met Fred, no.
Yeah.
One day. One day.
So thank you all for joining us. This has been this week's Movie Madness.
A special live edition.
Yeah.
No.
This is Joseph Stones. That's Casey the Essential.
Until
and Garrett
another
the
time.
Master.
We'll come up with something before the next session of recording.
Filming, yeah.
So tune in next week at noon. Follow us on the Facebook. Follow Wrestle Fandom on the Facebook. On the Instagrams at Joey Stones on TikTok. I promise I'll
follow
put some
our
stuff
champion,
on there. And
Coffin.
Go on the TikTok because Garrett's going to be giving his theory on why Charlie Bucket is John Doe from 7.
It's not a theory. He is. No.
Later.